Evan just told Louise, who was 7 months pregnant, to go out and calm down. But unexpectedly, Louise directly made an appointment for an abortion at the hospital. The doctor looked at her medical report and knew she was an IVF baby and that she was already in the later stages of pregnancy. The doctor advised her not to act impulsively, but Louise told the doctor that the father of the child had died. Helpless, the doctor scheduled her surgery. The reason Louise had to curse her husband like this was because they hadn't actually gotten married, and because she had seen Evan's hypocritical nature clearly. It turned out that last night, Evan had hosted a birthday party at home and made pregnant Louise prepare over 10 dishes. During the meal, the first love mocked Louise, saying her stretch marks on her belly looked like worms. At that, everyone in the room laughed loudly. Then, the first love lost a game and was punished. But she used the excuse of being allergic to the drink and made Louise drink it for her. Of course, Louise didn't want to do it, but seeing the first love looking so pitiful, wanting her to drink it, Evan actually forced the drink into Louise's mouth. In a moment of desperation, Louise slapped Evan across the face, but he punished her by locking her outside. A good friend advised Evan that the child he had been waiting for so long should definitely be protected, and that he should take good care of Louise. Evan immediately remembered the difficulties he had been through before and nervously opened the door. But to his surprise, Louise was already gone. At that moment, Louise received a photo of Evan kissing the first love, and she became even more disappointed. She quickly completed the abortion appointment and went home. But as soon as she entered the house, Evan threw a pillow at her and began shouting at her. Louise confronted Evan about the kiss he had just shared with the first love, but he told her not to make a fuss. Then, he ordered her to clean the table. Louise couldn't be bothered and was ready to go back to her room, but when she opened the door, the first love was still there, and even wearing Louise's pajamas. Louise no longer argued and directly went back to her room to sleep. In the middle of the night, Evan quietly came over to offer a fake apology, but soon after, the first love called hypocritically, saying it was all her fault for making Louise angry. She said she planned to go home alone. Then came a scream. Evan heard the noise from the other room and immediately became furious. He grabbed Louise from the bed and told her to come with him to find the first love. At 3 a.m., the two of them finally found the first love. Evan rushed to the hospital carrying the first love. After settling the first love, Evan came out and scolded Louise. At that moment, the doctor who had scheduled Louise's abortion came by, and seeing Evan, the doctor was puzzled and wanted to ask Louise, "Wasn't your husband dead?" Louise was immediately flustered. But to her surprise, the first love screamed again, and Evan immediately rushed to the hospital room. After Louise hurriedly dismissed the doctor, Evan surprisingly came back and dragged her back to the room to apologize to the first love. It turned out that the first love framed Louise, saying she had called the car to hit her. She watched the two of them argue and hypocritically kneeled, pretending to apologize to Louise. Louise turned and left, and a furious Evan shouted from behind, "If Louise dares to leave, she should never come back." Louise limped her way to the hotel. While she was checking in, she saw a post from the first love on social media. The Evan, who never cooked, had actually made porridge for the first love. Louise spent the night at the hotel, and when she woke up the next morning, her phone was bombarded with messages from Evan. He said he wanted to meet her and clear things up. Louise also wanted to clear things up, so she agreed. But as soon as Evan saw her, he criticized her for dressing inappropriately. The first love hypocritically offered Louise some clothes. Louise, disgusted, said she didn't want second-hand clothes. Then she got into the car on her own. The three of them drove to the cinema. Evan told Louise to sit next to him later, but the next second, the first love said she had bought Louise a seat near the stairs. Louise sat down without caring much. Evan comforted her, telling her not to be angry. Then he began eating the popcorn the first love had given him. Halfway through the movie, a steel pipe from the ceiling suddenly fell down and hit Louise's stomach. But Evan didn't show any concern at all. Instead, he picked up the uninjured first love and rushed to the hospital without looking back. In the end, it was the firefighters who brought Louise to the hospital. Fortunately, Louise was not seriously hurt. But to her surprise, she ran into the first love at the hospital, who then directly provoked Louise. She grabbed Louise's hand and screamed loudly and then purposely fell to the ground. Evan and rushed to the first love's side without thinking. Louise was knocked into and once again injured her stomach. Fortunately, the doctor heard the noise and rushed over in time. Louise begged him to bring her surgery forward. After examining her, the doctor confirmed that the baby could not be saved, and had Louise wheeled into the operating room. At this point, Evan had finally settled the first love, and then asked the doctor where Louise was. To his surprise, the doctor replied that Louise was undergoing an abortion. Evan immediately widened his eyes in shock.